Hi, this is Patricia Sunshine
This is Okolo
with Elite Couples.
for life.
I know it's been a really long time, but we're glad to be back putting up videos. So today I wanted to talk about something that I guess it could be kind of controversial because, people share different viewpoints on it. But you mentioned something to me last night, and you said that you did not, there was one point in your life where you didn't think you were so fine or hot or whatever. And so that made me start to wonder. This morning I began to think about whether or not, like in a relationship, if what is it that causes us to, I would say, evolve. Like some relationships are good for us and some might be bad for us. But in this particular relationship, you pointed out the fact that you feel like you look better than you used to look. And so I was wondering if you think it is a new perception, like you just see yourself differently, or do you think it's like you've actually changed and evolved a little bit? And do you think that I've helped nurture you to a point where you're actually feeling better and looking better because, things have been taken care of? Or, so is it nature versus nurture is what I'm wondering.
So it's definitely nurture, I think. And what I think happens is when you're in a let's start from the other end. You're in a bad relationship. Someone's always abusing you physically, mentally. They're telling you how worthless you are, that you have no worth. You can't do anything right. That if you allow that to seep into you, it's going to reflect how you see yourself in
Right.
every way, like both in terms of how productive you think you can be, on whether or not you think you do a good job at work or your career or building your business, how you look physically, how you start to dress.
Right.
You might have such low self-esteem or self-worth that you may not even care anymore. You
Yeah.
might not eat properly, you might let your weight go, you might wear baggy clothes, you might just wear all beat up clothes. And you can almost, how you're feeling on the inside starts to show on the outside. And even if you don't actually look different, how you think you look and how you see yourself
Yeah.
definitely affects it. So, am I the same person as I have been my whole life? Yeah, I guess so. But there's some times when, I just let my beard go, and I don't keep care of it. I don't groom it, and then all of a sudden now my beard's starting to look like that, and or someone has their hair and they don't comb it. They're going to start like. And all of how you're feeling on the inside is going to start to reflect how you feel on the outside, and also how you feel about yourself. Even if you are, even if you have your beard trimmed, even if you have your hair done, even if somebody dresses you in the most perfect of clothes, if you're not feeling good on the inside, you're going to look in the mirror and see on the outside what you're feeling on the inside.
Right.
So you say, what effect has this relationship had on me? You're pouring into me, and you're pouring love into me in a manner that it is allowing me this space for self-healing. And the reason why I put it that way is because nobody can heal us.
Right.
Nobody can change our self-worth. Nobody can change our perspective. But somebody can help you give the foundation or the background for you to be able to allow for that healing yourself. And then once that healing starts to happen and that person continues to encourage you, then all of a sudden you stand up and you go, wow, and this is not even necessarily ego driven, but you start to see potentially what other people see. It's like, dang, and I look fine. and I say that really in a joking manner, because anybody who knows me, I hope they recognize that I come from, or at least I try to come from, a place of humility.
But it's okay to recognize if you look good. And I remember when we first started dating, I would tell you how handsome you are, and how attracted I am to you. And you, or either I would tell you, oh, I see someone looking at you. I caught someone looking at you. And you'd be like, no, no one looks at me. You know, and I was like, this dude does not see what I see. But I also noticed like but your spirit was low. You know, so you were very bowed over, and the way you felt inside, it did project like through your posture and your mannerism. And but you've always been very, I would say, you're sure of your skills and your abilities, but sometimes I could see where something else was there lacking. But to me, it never took away from your physical appearance. You know, I always looked at you and thought, Dad, he looks like a god or something. You know, I just thought you are the best looking image of, like, not to compare you to anyone else, but you are like the image that I have in my mind of the thing that I would be most attracted to. Yeah, and I was like I just couldn't see how you didn't see it, but I do understand how life circumstances and setbacks and failures can cause us to view ourselves in a certain way.
What's really funny about what she said is we both realize that in past relationships, we've been trying to mold the person
Right.
a little bit, you know, and she says that she used to have these boyfriends and she'd try to go get them to wear polo shirts and to wear those, you know, what's that
Boat
orange color?
shoes
Boat
and,
shoes and those,
khakis.
the khakis and the,
Yeah.
what are those color? That's that orange color that you know, not plum. Anyway.
Just
that you-
like golfing clothes,
golfing
or
clothes and
country club
clothes.
Yeah.
And you know, that's not how I always dress, but I have those clothes and I'm able to dress that way.
Yeah,
And-
and that's sort of, it looks like that's your flair. Like you have that flair about you. That look, you know, you look like you just walked off of a golf course. And ever since I started dating, I've tried to dress my boyfriends like that. Like I would actually, we would go to a store and I would shop for items like that, and I would literally like convince them to buy them, and I would buy them too. We walk around looking like twins or whatever, but they, you know, the clothes were not their style, but I tried to force that on them, and most times, you know, they went ahead and agreed. But when I met you, I was like, daggone, you have all the clothes that I tried to put on someone else, like already in your closet. And so I think that, well, since we're talking about that, I know that we have our, like the things that we like and prefer. And so if you have a preference, it's best to not try to turn someone into that, you know, what you're looking for. It's best to just like leave it alone if it isn't what you want, because it hurts. You know, it hurts when we don't accept people for who they are, and we try to change them to be someone we want them to be, or a vision of the perfect person that we have in mind. Because the person that you're with who doesn't seem to be perfect to your standards might be exactly what someone else is looking for or desires or dreamt about all their lives, you know. And I even had a dream about Okolo. It's like, he's that, you know. And it's not to take away, I always have to say not to take away anything from anyone else, but you know, it is what it is, and we're attracted to what we're attracted to, you know. And
So yeah, just to give a little bit more perspective on that, I would say for probably the past 30 years, you know, the vision I had in my head, if I'm completely and totally honest, is a woman with dreadlocks who appreciates and understands nature, who looks just as beautiful with or without makeup, who doesn't feel the need to cake it on, who is a little bit crunchy granola, loves nature, loves the water, like, you know. And all I have to do is list the qualities that Trisha has, and those are the qualities that I've been searching for the past, you know, let's call it 30 years. And during that time, I have met some wonderful women who I truly have loved. but for whatever reason, it just wasn't that perfect fit. And I just hope that everyone is able to find that perfect fit. And it was something you sort of mentioned today. You were like, I wonder if everyone has a twin flame.
Right.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. I don't know.
I know, right? But well, because I mean, what we have is so special, and it's like it was crafted, specially made. You know, what do you call it when tailor made? And like all we fit in every way. You know, and I kind of feel sorry for those who never meet their twin flame, or I don't know if they have one. So like he and I, we truly believe that we were one soul and we split, you know, in the beginning of time so we could have more experiences, you know. And so to come back together, it feels like coming home, you know, in every way. It's just a perfect fit. And it's like, not like, I've never ever felt like I need someone to complete me. Like, I never felt that way. But being with you, it's like undeniable, like puzzle pieces coming together, and it's like I can't even deny it. It's like I never even said I needed that, but when we come together and when we vibe and we're, you know, if we hug, it feels like all our body parts just interlock, and it's like, wait, this is great. This feels wonderful. Like, and so I'm glad that exists between us. And I think it could have been, it must have been very intentional. So we needed that. Like, it's coming back home to where we are. And so for those of you out there who are dating, I don't know if that exists for everyone, but I would say if you ever, if you have a longing in your heart, or you've always felt like disconnected from everybody, the world, you know, you might make friends, but if there's never been a real connect, you know, there might be a twin flame out there for you, yours in particular. And in order to attract the twin flame, I truly believe you have to start nurturing yourself, you know, and loving yourself. And I saw a saying last week, I believe. It said, don't go chasing butterflies, but trim your garden and the butterflies will come to you, you know. And so that was great.
I had something else.
So there, will you tell us what you think about this? Like, have you ever seen anyone or known anyone?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Let me say it before I forget it.
Right.
So, the other thing that's happening is sometimes we completely perfectly mesh like this, but then there's other times when this is the goal, and we go like this, head to head, and it's like, okay, well, you know, oh, all right, well, we got to get here, but so we got to go, nope, nope,
No, we're so hard-headed and stubborn.
and the next thing you know, the hands just start to, you know, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a second, what?
This feels better.
This doesn't hurt anymore. And then next thing you know, it's just like, oh,
Mine
just
as
relax.
well.
It's just-
Stop fighting.
And then all of a sudden you're there, and then the bond is as strong as it can be. You cannot pull against yourself and break apart. Try to do this. Put your hands together.
True.
And pull. It is impossible to break this bond.
That's true, yeah.
It's impossible. But as you get there,
It might be rough.
it might be rough. And let me tell you, we've had our rough times.
You're telling
But
me.
the one thing that we both have committed to, and we've had to recommit to, is we're going to find a way to make it work. And we have, and we are, and I think we are. We're as close as we ever have been to just
Right.
to this symbiosis, as you called it.
Yeah, we do have a relationship where, like, he might has really, really great skills in one area, and I have really great skills in another area. So since we are the same person, both of us don't need to be experts and perfect each skill, because we already have it. Like, if you have it, I have it. So we've spent a lot of time arguing and fighting about why can't you do this better like me? You know, and so it's like we just came to a point where we're appreciating one another's skills and using them, you know, the way that they're supposed to be used. You know, he's an extrovert and I'm an introvert. So wherever extroverts are needed, then that he's the man for it. You know, but anyways, what I was gonna say, ask you is, have you ever met someone or do you know someone who once they got into a relationship, like they just blossomed, you know? I was just wanting to know your opinion, or what do you think about this that we're talking about today?
Awesome.
All right, well, this is Patricia Sunshine
This is Okolo
with Elite Couples.
for life.
Like,
Mwah. Go ahead.
share, and subscribe. Bye.
And comment.
Oh, comment below.
There we go.
Definitely.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.